Yo,
producer.
yo, yo. We bike, we
Yes,
bike.
sir.
Word to the words pod. No, it's a lab talk. We having conversations about the inner works of the craft. I got the man himself, the legend, Polk County. Hey, we gonna call it Polk Talk. We gonna call it Polk Talk this week. It ain't loud talk, it's Polk Talk this week, man.
Yes,
Hey, we got
sir.
Landon, aka Polkway 863 of the building. What's going on with you?
Thank you for having me. What's good, bro? What's good?
Not much, man. Just chilling, man. So, how's Polkway been doing lately? Like, just as a human, like not even a brand. I want to talk about Landon.
Just trying to find ways to, keep the craft growing, keep everything going. I'm back in school full time, working full time dad. So full time everything right now, I'm trying to build the life that I want in 5 years and 10 years and 15, 20 years. So I'm putting in a lot of work right now.
Yeah. So we gonna get into the pretty much Polkway in general. Like, give me the backstory on Polkway. Like, what it is for those who don't know, how it got started, why it got started, and just kind of break it down and when it got started, things of that nature.
So honestly, it's kind of a long story, but I'll paraphrase as best as possible.
Yeah,
So basically, I played high school football, then went on to college, played at Butler Community College, JUCO, and I just, people in JUCO come from everywhere, so it's
for
like,
sure.
okay, we sit in the locker room, everybody talk about where they from. Oh, this what my city got. He from my city. He from my city. I'm from my city.
Yeah,
Like so, it's like everybody, always talk about, where you from. And I just used to sit around because thinking about Polk County, from a Florida standpoint, everybody they think Tampa first, Orlando first, Miami first, Jacksonville.
yeah,
Polk County not even one of the number one areas that you think about, like just from a statewide standpoint, not even football specific. But I'm just listening to these people talk, and I'm like, dang man, like where I'm from is way more lit. Like I don't know. I like here. I thought Polk County was like, can't wait to get away. Like I hate it, and then going away is like, dang, that's what it's like. Where y'all from? Like I don't know nobody you talking about right now. Whereas I speak, it's like people that are on the cover of video games: Ray Lewis, Tracy McGrady, Andrew McCutcheon. Most places don't have somebody on the three major sports video game covers. So
yeah,
I just thought that in itself was huge. And then I always had a passion for like the media, and specifically more of like production. So
yeah.
just I ended up majoring in communications, broadcasting and communications. And so I left Butler, had plans to go to Sanford, picked up an offer after being redshirted, wasn't able to end up going, stayed home for about a year. Then I went to Southeastern. And that's where I really got into like the expertise of what
Hmm.
communications is, like, because it was a university. So we were
Yeah,
deep diving, into, media ethics and media marketing, everything from a media standpoint. So um, made some poor decisions, ended up getting suspended from the team. And,
know
um,
how that go.
that's, hey, it's real. I'm going to be honest. Made some very poor decisions. And looking back, I take it as a blessing because during that suspension, I was able to find a way to stay connected to the game, and that was through media.
Hmm.
So when I first came home from Butler, I started just doing interviews. Like, rest in peace, 350 He was an artist from Lakeland. Ended up signing with Motown, one of the biggest artists to ever come from Lakeland. He was my first
Shout out.
interview. I had no idea what I was doing. I actually lost the footage. So I had to like put his videos overlaying our voice because I lost the footage. And so that was my first interview. Then I interviewed Corey Sanders, who played at Rutgers, professional basketball player right now. So then, once I got to Southeastern, kind of started diving a little bit more deep into media, understanding how media is done, what people react to, why people are so, why is social media so emotional for people, things like that. Just learning how and what people react to. I was able to partner up with a young lady named Courtney,
Mhm.
and since she was doing the Instagram thing, I was doing a YouTube thing. So it was like I was like, let's just work together. Like let's do it together. So ultimately, we started doing it together. The brand started growing in a way that she wasn't too privy of, so we decided to part ways, and I just kept the Polkway thing rolling. But even at that time, sports like how it is now. We used to cover, the newest restaurant, who got the hottest food. I would promote parties. We would interview rappers. We would interview entrepreneurs. Anything that was anything in Polk County, we wanted the world to be able to see. And so that was the product that we were, trying to deliver. And then once the pandemic came, the only thing that was still popping was sports. So even the Toronto Raptors moved to Tampa. So like, in Florida, you could go see a game. That's just about all you could do. So once the pandemic came, sports was the only thing still rolling. That's when we got our first our actual viral video that did over 1 million views. And then from there, we just kept it going. And today, it's kind of hard to put a label on what it is today because I feel like it's ever changing. If somebody looks at it, they'll say, "Oh yeah, this is a media marketing outlet to expose talent in the area." And so I kind of ride with that, but I say it's still ever changing.
Yeah. I feel like it's a lifestyle though too, man. Like shit, even when you gotta drop the merch, it's like Polkway, like it's a way of life. So in Polk County, so I kind of feel like you can make it a lifestyle. Shit, that should go any different way you want it for sure.
Right.
So to give me the behind the scenes though, like have you created like a LLC? Like just give me the nuances of the brand as far as like the backstory. Cause I mean, a lot of people feel like it's play. Like, they take it for a joke. You get what I'm saying? Cause they just see, oh man, Polkway just be talking. You get what I'm saying? But just give us some insight as far as the back school, the inner works of it. Like how much time you put in, effort you put into this shit. Like for real. Like
it's like you said, honestly, I couldn't even say how much time I put into it because at this point it's basically a lifestyle. I work full time. A lot of people don't know that I work full time because I spend so much time actually pouring into Polkway. And so we are a limited liability company. We've had that title since 2019. We got business bank accounts, business credit. Like this is
for sure.
It's something that's actually official. So it's not just a Twitter account. It's not just an Instagram account. It's an actual business that's, legally able to operate in the state of Florida in the United States.
That's what's up, man. There ain't too much people doing it like that for sure. And like they'll do it for like a little bit, like for as a hobby, but then after a while they're gonna quit. Especially in Polk, you know how it is, bro. Like they ride away, it come and go, like man.
Just like that. A year or two, you'll see somebody on the sideline for a year or two. They gone. They done.
Yeah, because man, it's boy, that shit a grind out there. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Shout out to you, boy. Shout out to you, man. But we gonna get into the nitty gritty though. Just like as far as high school sports, football about to start. Like, give me some backstory on how you come up with like your top 50s and how the power rankings, like how that work. Like, what do you do? How you evaluate? Just give us the behind the scenes on that, because a lot of people don't even understand it. Like they ready to cuss you out once you drop the list. I'll tell you why you missed this person, or why you tried me. So if I had how you evaluate it, man. Talk to us.
Sleeping on me. Yes, you and your 2 receptions for 13 yards. I'm sleeping. My bad. But yeah, so with the top 50, people wouldn't even believe like how much film we actually watch. Like I'm pulling from a pool of about 175 to 200 kids. It's not like I just have 50 names on my head and say, "Hey, here are the 50 guys. Deal with it." No, Dylan. Shout out to Dylan Oliver, my compadre, my other half of Polkway.
Yeah, shout out Dylan.
Yeah, big shout out to Dylan. Me and him, and even Hassani will sit in and help us with H2 recruiting.
Shout out H2, Hassani, GOAT, legend.
But yeah, even so we'll sit down, man. We'll watch, like I said, almost about 200 different kids' films. So the easiest part is honestly like 1 through 10, because those are usually like the nationally ranked guys. Those are the guys who everybody knows already. So people think that's where you struggle at. No, that is not where you struggle at. The 1 through 10, I could probably do without even looking at a single name or a single film, just off of knowing what they bring to the table. And so a part of that ranking is what the community thinks about you. It's about what are you like? Do you have an offer sheet? Have you been camping? Are your numbers verified? Are you a two-sport athlete? Like, what did you do last year? That's a big factor, because if I don't have any film, it's hard for me to go off of. I don't really like to project guys into it. If I'm doing a projected guy, he's probably gonna fall between 40 and 50, because I don't expect you to have a huge year, but I expect you to contribute and grow into that prospect to where we can look back and say, hey, but we already knew that. But yeah, so
you don't hit gold on a couple of them.
On a couple of
They don't want to talk about it though. They don't want to talk about it.
It's okay, man. Hey, you see it.
I'm already knowing.
Bro. It's like, so at this point, I just do it, because I actually enjoy doing it, and I love the feeling of, a kid making it out. Like, dang, like I talk about Jameson Young all the time, bro. Like, I know the masses don't love 7-on-7 or whatever, but he came and played against some top talent. And the Monday tournament got 3 offers. About 2 weeks later, ranked a 3-star from, not even being known nationally. He came to one tournament, gave up 1 pass on the first drive, gave up 1 pass, 0 passes caught the rest of the tournament. So it's just, guys like that is what, keep pushing me to do it. But yeah, like countless hours going to the Polkway Top 50. It's not just a favoritism thing or just, guys I know. No, this is me actually watching film, breaking down what you're doing. And then I kind of evaluate based on position. So like you'll see a top 50, but behind that is a top 10 quarterback, top 10 running back, top 10 offensive lineman, top 10 defensive lineman. So it's kind of like a pool like that. And that's how we get there. For the power rankings, it's kind of tough, but it's ultimately simple.
It is. But hey, you tried Lake Wells a couple years ago, bro. You tried us a couple of times, man. You had Armadale in front of us, like, bro, like you was trying to.
The schedule was kind of weak.
Yeah,
Armadale's was too. Armadale's was too.
I'm just saying, you tried us a couple times that year.
Hey,
I let you slide though.
Sometimes we need to be the engagement. Like, in spring, Bartow put up 70 points on Lake Region. I left him off the preseason rankings. So
rightfully so.
And then look, what happens? What happens? So it's
hey, but it ain't. Come on now, we had them guys, we had them dogs. That's a difference now.
I wasn't exactly familiar, but like especially that state year, people don't even know I spent more games covering Lake Wells than any other school that year. I was at more Lake games from the kickoff classic, from the spring game to the kickoff classic to the state championship. I had covered more Lake Wells games than any other team. So I was making that drive. It was
TV right there. Nah. Hey, that was a good shit. That was a good ass football, boy.
That secondary, how many picks did the secondary have?
Man, 30? We had then 30 picks, 32 at the end of the season. Then defense, offense, specialties, all phases of the game. And that was good football there, bro. Hey, I don't blame you.
I had to go see that.
Yeah. But so, what? How you feel about the state of high school football right now in Polk County? Give me your true, honest opinion. Hey, don't sugarcoat that. I know it's Polkway, but don't sugarcoat that. You gotta give us a real.
So honestly, man, I love Polk County football. I'm Polk County football through and through. Right now, today, I feel like it's on an uptick. The past 2 or 3 years was, we got a couple of state championships in there, but it was very top heavy. Like, Lakeland was going to win. You knew Lake Wells was going to win. Whatever games they were in, those were no-brainers, right? So now you fast forward to this year, and talent, I feel like is a little bit more spread out. It's still very top heavy. Obviously, the top teams are Lakeland, Lake Wells, but then you look at a school like Mulberry, who went 7-4 last year, and are only looking to improve. They added Trayvon Himes from he transferred in from Bartow. I see him running for 2,000 yards this year, easy. So with them having a 2,000 yards, 2,000, he is that good, and he's only a sophomore. Trey Himes, he's a really good prospect at Mulberry. But you look at a school like that, they're on an uptick. You look at Victory, they look like they're back in state championship form. You look at a Lakeland Christian who, it has a lot of senior talent, but their sophomore class is really, really strong. So I think right now, and even Bartow has a lot of motion, but we just have to see them, present the product on the field. But if they get it together, Bartow has one of the best secondaries locally, and an almost even better wide receiver room. So if they can put it together, Bartow is going to be really special and shock a lot of people. So, I feel like it's still, we had those two juggernauts in Lakeland and Lake Wells. But overall, Polk County football, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so it ain't you. Hey, 1 to 10. What you got? What it is?
What's our measuring stick? What's our measuring stick?
Overall talent. I'm talking coaching. I'm talking the product on the field. I'm talking about like the crowd engagement, just overall the environment, the atmosphere, the hype. Like overall, like where are we at? Like with Polk County? Cause I know, man, like my last year in Polk County, I feel like, man, the way Lakeland was looking, the way Lake Wells was looking, like the energy was, they had the whole Metro Suburban. The energy was low-key was unmatched. Like we were going in that season, like, oh yeah, this the year. Like, you feel me? And the energy was just unmatched. And I feel like, man, after I left, I feel like, I don't know, man. It ain't really been the same as far as the energy goes. Like, it's just people loving the game. I feel like they ain't loving it like they used to, man. The dogs ain't really eating out like for real. Like, you got a couple who out there for real, but in the grand scheme of things, man, some guys just want to take pictures and look and do it for the gram for the most part. That's what it looked like though. And that's why I'm asking you from your perspective, because after I left, you feel me, I moved, so I don't really got a pulse on the county like that. But I just looking at it from the outside looking in.
I mean, so I feel like, and I just talked about this the other day, that 22 and 23 class, they were in high school through COVID. So
yeah,
what they didn't have anything to do but put in work for like a whole year, which transformed a lot of those kids' games. Like, they stayed at the park, stayed working out, let's run a 7-on-7. Getting together and playing football. They were doing that a lot. Whereas these, the 24s, 25s, 26, they were middle schoolers. So they were, maybe getting a small dose of it, but not a lot. So I feel like the 26, 27, 28 class, is bringing Polk County back. Like the juniors, sophomores, freshmen, right now, this is the best the underclassmen has looked in the past 4 years.
Yeah. I can respect it. So we might as well dive right into a recap. Week 0 last week, preseason. It ain't the real season, but you get to see where everybody stand from as far as like a football standpoint. We get live, got the refs, got the crowd. You get to see them in a real environment though. How you feel about it? Give me your recap. I mean, I caught a couple games as far as like watching huddle and like shit like that, but you was there. You was in the flesh. How you feel about it?
So, hey, when y'all watch this, y'all gonna hate me, but it's okay. Lake Gibson, y'all, hey, I almost don't even want to speak on y'all. Losing to Davenport? That's what we doing though?
That's where we go. We going to Lake Gibson first.
They do that. No,
oh man. I ain't gonna lie, I was shocked too, man. But hey, we might have to put Davenport in the top 5 power ranking.
Which I'm not mad at, because you got to think about where Davenport is at. So they're gonna pull from Orlando, Kissimmee, Haines City. They're gonna get the people that's moving out of, moving from out of state. That's where people are moving to that Davenport area. So in 2-3 years, I can see Davenport being really good, which is why it's no slight or disrespect to Davenport, right?
Facts,
But
facts.
the
They
only
knew,
two
man. They
schools,
knew. I gotta respect it.
exactly, only two schools they've beaten in their 4-year history from Polk County is Lake Region, whose best season in the past 20 years is 5-5, and Tenoroc, who I don't even think has won 7 games in program history. So,
Yeah.
those are two schools that are traditionally not heavyweights. And so for Lake Gibson to join that list, it's kind of like, hold on, Lake Gibson, y'all better have
Ooh.
it together. Week one.
That's they ain't been the same since we put a beating on them when I was out there.
They, they haven't. They
Hey,
haven't.
I said I wasn't gonna talk too bad about Lakers. Oh yeah, I
Nah, they got
got
to get.
my boy out there, man. Shout out to Derek, man, my boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Top
One of
receiver.
the,
He one of the top receivers out there in Polk. Y'all,
yeah, wait, I think he had 3 catches, 2 touchdowns, 4 catches, 2 touchdowns, like
yeah,
160
like
yards
that.
last week.
That's a product. That's a product. Now, shout out to X Mark the Spot Training. I forgot to say our sponsors.
Yes, sir. The
Hey,
factory.
hey, Davenport got good coaching too, man. I like the coaching staff out there. They gave Lake Wells a good first half when I was coaching. They gave us a good first half, bro. They were fighting,
See,
but
that's
it
I
got
didn't know
ugly in
that.
the second half. But they were fighting though that first half.
Yeah,
Anything, any other takes you got? Week 0. I know you was at Lakeland game. Go ahead, go ahead. We ain't gonna talk about the game they got this week yet, but go ahead, give us your review on that jamboree.
I think Chris Denson at Plant City, the quarterback, phenomenal prospect, bro. He transferred there from Mulberry, which breaks my heart because now he's one of the best quarterbacks in the state, which we could have kept that here locally in Polk County. But
Wait, he
man,
was
he
at
had a
Mulberry
show
last year.
2 years ago.
Oh, okay. I was finna say I ain't see him. All right.
Nah, it was 2 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he left as a young buck, but he had a phenomenal showing. Shout out to Blake Johnson, Bartow quarterback. They didn't end up scoring a touchdown, but bro, he played phenomenal. The receivers probably had the worst game of their life. I told him about it. I'll talk about it publicly because I told him, personally. They, it's lucky it was preseason, and they said they're gonna have it together this week 1, but I counted 5 drop touchdowns. So I can't,
Damn.
if you turn those drops into touchdowns, man, Blake Johnson, he probably be getting phone calls from everywhere right now, bro, because he putting them on the money. I'm like, dang, I had to text him and say, bro, I didn't know you, had that in you. Like, play
Yeah.
like that for the next 10 weeks, you going to college to play football. Like, bro, he played out of his body. I'm talking about extending plays, 40-yard dimes, drop. I'm like, oh my God. Like, it's,
This
the
was versus
loss
who though? This was versus who?
versus Plant City and Lakeland.
Oh,
He was,
okay.
yeah. So throughout the 4 quarters they played, they had 5 drop touchdowns. And, I couldn't put that on him. Like, if literally, bro, I'm talking about dead in their hands. Like, just, mental errors that I know they'll fix. But, bro, I just had to tip my hat to Blake Johnson because, I don't want him to lose his confidence losing like they did. They lost 13-0 to Plant City and then 28-0 to Lakeland. But like I said, bro, he played phenomenal. He can't throw the ball and catch it as well.
Yeah. All right. So how you feel about the Dreadnoughts? Your favorite team?
I mean, so they look good. You put up 42 points and give up none. No matter how you spin it, jamboree, full game, whatever, that looks
Yeah.
great. And then you think about they didn't have Jordan Henderson. He didn't play. They didn't have Jay Sean Pritchard, which is probably going to be the bulk of their offensive production
I
when they
like that running
return.
back though. I like that running back.
There's Dovey. Yeah, shout out to the
Boy,
Maiden camp.
yeah.
He was
That
running
boy,
back
yeah, he's
MVP.
smooth. He looked like one of them ones, one of them Lakeland running backs. Like he looked like
He
one of them
does.
ones. He come out that hole.
And
Goodbye.
he you know what the difference is though, Mark? He runs track.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
runs
yeah,
track.
yeah. But
He
I peeped
invests
them
in
even in the camp y'all did. You and Hassani, the camp y'all did. I kind of peeped there. I was seeing a little footage. And I was like, boy, he looked like one of them ones. Like,
Yeah.
I could tell, man. Sometimes you just look at a guy and be like, oh, he one of them. Either he a guy. Like, and boy, he was moving the way he was going through the drills. That shit translate. That shit translate for sure.
180 yards, I think, 4 touchdowns. He had an amazing night himself. And then so they had him, but no Malik or no Henderson, who were both,
Yeah.
returners to that backfield. And we
So
know,
Malik ain't play at all, or he just
he
ain't
didn't
play
play
running
at
back.
all. He didn't play
Oh,
at
okay,
all.
okay. That defense was biting like that.
Exactly. That's what has me like. So wait, you talking about
I like that defense, boy. They got them dogs in the back end.
the D line?
Oh yeah. I mean, they got boy Trent out there. Big Trent. Shout out
Hey,
Trent, man. Shout out Trent,
listen,
man.
three
I'm mad he
sacks,
left, but goddamn it, Trent, yeah, get it how you live, man. Make sure you eat.
3 sacks from Trent Turner. They had young kid, Santana Harvey. He had a sack. He's a sophomore. Then they had Dante Jenkins, he's a transfer from Plant City, actually. 3-star defensive lineman with a couple of Power 5 offers. He had 2 sacks himself. So it's like, if they moving like that without Malik, you add Malik Morris into that mix, that's a state
Yeah.
championship defense.
Yeah. Shit, that man a dog. You put him in
Dog.
the backfield, man. A dog. After that state game, I was like, I didn't know he had it in him like that.
The game before that, Buchholz. I've never seen a kid put the team on his back like he did that game. Like Miles Graham,
Man.
5-star Florida signee. Miles Graham was dominating Salone football game. You don't want to tackle Malik, and you don't want to get hit by Malik all game. That was the turning point. Malik Morris literally willed Lakeland, to that state championship game. And you saw him show up in the state championship game, big hits and rushing touchdowns. Like, what more can you ask?
And he said he don't like the camera, man. I said, boy, you better get used to it.
So I try to coach him all the time now. Like, hey, I don't care. It's more of a, hey, we doing it. Like, bro, you're going to be on that level.
You gotta get used to it, man. You gotta get used to it, boy. That boy gonna be on the big screen for sure.
The good thing about him, he's very humble and well spoken though. So once he gets in front of the camera, he always says the right things already. So that I do like that about him. That he I don't know why he doesn't like the camera, because he's very good in front of it.
Yeah. Any more takes you got for week 0? I mean, what else you
Lake Wells, shout out to Cornelius Purdy. Lake Wells did their thing. Lakeland Christian, Auburndale. So
yeah, I like Lakeland Christian for sure. I like what they got going on over there. Private school beating a public school, I like that.
Huge.
And,
a bigger public school too.
Yeah. I like what they doing over there. But shout out Lake Wells, man. Again, shout out Lake Wells. Hey, Deuce. Yeah. Hey, he one of them ones. He better be on that Polk County 50, man.
I see little people texting. Hey, on a head grow around here, I don't know about it. Hey, if you that, I'm gonna find you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, man. Shout out to Lake Wells, man. They handle business. Like last year they lost to him. This year, hey, you got that dog. Hey, we got some big game. Hey, we got some big games this week. Man. Hey, but we're gonna talk about it. Let's go. Preseason top 5. What's your top 5 teams? We go overall. We're not even gonna do the small. I'm gonna leave that to the graphics. To do the small school, big school. Overall, top 5 Polk County teams right now as we speak.
Top 5. Okay, I'll go Lakeland. They dominated, very dominating fashion to schools that are going to be playoff teams. Number 2, I would go Lake Wells. They dominated. They have a lot of young guys, but they returned their senior quarterback. So, they had a couple touchdowns called back too. So the 26-13 score that it ended up being probably would have been a lot worse. A few mental errors to fix. Number 3, I'm gonna stick with Mulberry, man. Mulberry doing the thing. Mulberry
number 3 in Polk. Hey, as we
Oh,
counting Sebring, if we counting Sebring in Polk County, yeah, man, you better put Sebring up there. Stop
yeah.
playing with
See,
them like that.
okay, I hear. So we doing the A63 market. Okay.
Hey, yeah,
Top,
I'm
top,
saying, what you want to do? You want to put them in there? We ain't got to put them in
yeah,
there, but if we put
definitely.
them in there,
Definitely.
they most definitely got to have some type of, I don't know, because we ain't talk about what they did at Winter Haven. We kept that on the hush. But I heard it. I heard them boy put up
Oh, they
some
just
up
brought
there.
that back. Hey, what I having? Coach White. I know you lost some guys. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. 62 to unacceptable. I ain't gonna finish the score. Unacceptable.
Man, I just heard it was a lot. I just heard they scored a lot. That's all I heard.
A
I heard
lot to a little
Sebring
bit.
blew up the goddamn scoreboard. I said, God damn.
And
Damn,
see,
when
they
they
got
even
they
boy.
got Kevon Mason to transfer over there. Who was
Okay.
that last year? So whoever backfield he's in is gonna have, he's an easy, like, you can count on him getting 1,700 yards a year. Like, if he gets 2,000, nobody's gonna be like surprised because that's what he does.
Yeah. So we putting Sebring in there. So you got Sebring at 3?
Yeah, we'll go Sebring at 3. We'll go
Okay, we
Sebring
got
at
at
3.
4.
We can bump Mulberry to 4.
All right, last spot. It's a big one now. You go last spot. You got 5. It's your last slot. Who you got? Who you going with?
Ooh.
It's a tough one.
Do I want to show love to Davenport like that? Davenport, if I do this, don't make me look bad.
Ah,
Don't make me look bad, Davenport. I might be riding the wave now. I
you
might
got
be
to show
riding the wave.
love, man. I mean, who else? I mean, at this point.
Yeah, we gonna go Davenport. Y'all beat up on the big school. Y'all get in there, Davenport. I like it. That'd be like Tenorock winning to me. So
Yeah.
hey, Davenport
I
and
like I
Tenorock
like
win.
Lakeland Christian. I like Lakeland Christian in the 5th spot. Honestly, I mean
I ain't
Davenport.
mad at it.
Y'all was impressive, but I'm have to go with Lakeland Christian just because I know they gonna play sound football and disciplined football, and they got that running back. So I mean they gonna be a reckon with this year for sure.
Definitely.
So we got 3 new coaches in Polk. How many new coaches we got at Polk this year?
Yeah, we got Coach Russell at Fort Meade, Coach Thomas at Auburndale. Um, one more. Thomas Russell. Oh, Coach Gianni Paul at Discovery.
Oh,
Gianni
okay,
Paul.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Gabe
Discovery,
Walker
Discovery.
too. Gabe Walker at Santa Fe. So it's 4 new ones.
Okay, who got the most? Who you think gonna have the best season this year? Most success first year.
I I would say Coach Gabe Walker at Santa Fe, just because I know the type of football he grew up on. His family came through Lakeland High School, won state championships at Lakeland. He played at Lakeland as a freshman and transferred to Foundation, then played college at the Citadel. So he's had really good football in all phases of football that he's played at. And, he coached at Foundation for a while and had those guys rolling. So now he's a first-time head coach over at Santa Fe. They have some young talent. They have Dariel Glover, one of the better receivers in Polk County. So if they find creative ways to get him the ball, I think Santa Fe will, be a very formidable foe for a lot of teams, just because of the different guys that they have on the outside. When you talk about a small school like that, the trenches aren't really going to be good for most teams. So
Yeah,
it's really about what you do on the outside. So I'm looking forward to seeing Santa Fe. I want to say Coach Thomas is going to have a good year, but I just got to see it come together. I want to see what a quarterback play is going to look like. I see they have Arquan Glanton in the backfield. So it's to me, Auburndale's going to be as good as their quarterback is.
yeah. Shout out to Coach Thomas, man. Good leader, a man at that. You feel me? So
Right.
I'm always support that. You're a good one. All right, now we're gonna talk about players, breakout players. What you got? Man? Who are some breakout players? We ain't gonna talk about the ones who got the 5 stars, the 4 stars, the 3 stars. We're gonna talk about some of the ones who ain't got no stars. We're gonna put them on the map right now. Give me a couple names. I'll shoot a couple names too if I could think of some. But I know. We ain't talk about Frostproof, man. Frostproof got a couple boys out there, man. Talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
Breakout season.
that's what I was going first. Charlie playing that Frostproof, man. It's no way. He recently offered by Miami, and that's only his third offer, adding to USF in Western Michigan. But
Yeah,
you look at a guy like Charlie playing, you watch his film and say, dang, like he's scoring from the outside, from the slot, from the backfield, from quarterback, pick sixes, scoop and score fumbles, like punt and kick returns. He's scoring in every single phase of the game. You have to,
yeah,
respect that no matter where he's playing at, no matter who he's playing. You have to respect that. Like I said, scoring at all phases of the game and doing it at a high level. On film, you can see just how fast he is. He's separating from guys, pulling away from guys, not getting caught from behind. Yeah, Charlie playing, man. I'm raving about that guy.
yeah. I watched him
Um,
last year. I watched him last year. He played both sides. And that man there, man, he was a dog, man. I seen him. I was like, man, he gonna be one of them ones, man. He was playing both sides. I think he had like 2 picks that game. Shit, scored on offense, man. He a dog for real.
and he come from a football family, so like he related to the Gaineses. I don't know if you remember
Yeah,
Xavier
yeah,
Gaines.
yeah, yeah. Xavier
Yeah,
Gaines.
so Khalil Gaines, who went to Michigan State, though, that's his family. So that football build and that playing at the next level, that's in it. So I'm
You got
very
that
excited to see where he
bloodline.
goes. Right.
You got 2 more names. Give me 2 more names under the
Jay
radar.
Sean Jay
Yeah.
Sean Pritchard, man. I low key want to say I wish he stayed at Auburndale just because I know, at Lakeland, it's going to be 9, 10 guys who score touchdowns. They have
Yeah.
all the weapons in the world. But you watch Jay Sean Pritchard film, he's scoring until the film says 4 minutes. You 4 minutes in, and every play is a touchdown. I'm like, well, dang, how many points did Auburndale score last year? Bro, he's scoring for 4 minutes. I don't think I've ever seen that on film. And it's like, I'm not talking about goal, it's not a 10-yard touchdown. These is 60-yard screens,
Yeah, he an athlete.
40-yard jet sweeps. Man, pick sixes. Like, Jay Sean Pritchard, man, he deserves the world because, boy, that film is amazing.
Give me one more name. One more name.
Ah, that's tough. One more. I can't say Purdy because the world love Purdy, man. Purdy, if you don't know, you better find out. So I'll go Klein Giles over at Ridge.
Okay, okay. Shout out to
South
Red,
Florida
man.
guy.
Red's been quiet, boy. We ain't heard from Red in a little minute. Quiet over there.
Yeah, ever since Lake Wells put the beats on him.
Well,
Not bad. But
we
hey,
been
I
doing
was
that. Hey, man.
Saturday, man. I'll never forget that game, boy.
Oh yeah, that was legendary. That was a
Saturday,
legendary game.
it was. Y'all went crazy. But yeah, man, Klein
Highlight
Giles,
Central.
he's underrated, plays both sides as well. I feel like he'll play safety, at the next level, but makes plays on defense, really smart, high IQ, defensive back MVP at the main event camp. So that kind of tells you what kind of kid that is.
All right, we're gonna make our transition into the moment we all been waiting for. Week 1. Game of the week. Let's talk about it, man. They going to Dade County, man.
Doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom.
They going to Dade County, man.
Go Jets. Yeah, man. Go Lakeland. Central.
Give me your game of the week, man. I need a prediction, man. I need a score, man. Cause we got to
Game
revisit
of the
this.
week.
Let's talk about it. Game of the week, man. Give me your top 3 games in Polk County, and then we'll do your predictions, and then we'll talk a little bit about it, a little insight. Go ahead. Give me your top 3 first, and then we'll do predictions. Top 3 games in Polk County this week.
I'm gonna show love to the schools in the top. The preseason rankings. So we got Lake Wells versus Winter Haven. Winter Haven coming off that terrible loss, so I expect Lake Wells to handle business there a lot to a little bit again this week. Sorry, Winter Haven. We
Okay.
got Mulberry versus Avon Park. They should get out of there with a W. Avon Park hasn't been, good in a while. So I'm looking forward to Mulberry starting out the season 1-0. Then you have Auburndale versus Ambassadors Christian. Auburndale, if you do lose Coach Thomas, I'm petitioning for you to get fired.
Hey,
LCS,
you
they
gotta
got
stop that shit.
bro. Coach Thomas, you better not lose that game, bro. You better not lose that
Growing
game.
pains, man. Growing pains,
It
man.
ain't nothing to go through there. It ain't nothing to go through there.
Yeah, you
So
ain't
bang on them.
lying.
He trying their best, but they barely have 20 kids to fill the team. So it's I love what he's doing. Getting those kids out the streets, getting them a second chance. So
Facts,
it's no
facts.
hate. It's no hate to Ambassador Christian, but Auburndale.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to Ambassador Christian for sure. Much love. They even hosted our media day, so I got nothing but love for ACA. But Auburndale, you better not lose.
All right, then give me one more, and then we're gonna talk about the game of the week.
We got Lakeland Christian versus Foundation, two private school heavyweights traditionally. Looking forward to Lakeland Christian taking another W there against the out of county school.
All right. Now, game of the week, we going down to Dade County, Tri-Power. You gotta get on I-95 South. Once you cross that county line, shit different now. Shit different down there. Let's talk about it, man. Lakeland, Miami Central, game of the week. This might be the game of the week amongst all like Florida teams, for real, for real.
Yeah,
It's
I
in the
think.
moment. I think you probably set this game up because you were talking crazy, boy. You.
Yeah, like 2 years, dang, finally, yeah. We here.
We here.
No lie, I'm glad it lined up the way that it did because I didn't want Lakeland to have to play against Ruben Bain. I didn't want them to have to go. No, man, Bain was different. He had those boys on a different level. Dwayne McCoy, they was different for a while. So I'm gonna talk my stuff, but I'm kind of glad it's this year. Not discounting those guys because a lot of them play. With Raw 707, they Sean Montgomery, Khalil Sterling, Amari Wallace,
Dogs.
Ezekiel Marcelin. Like these are all kids who are playing at the Power 5 level next year. Like they are loaded across the board. Coach Jude, you got to have nothing but respect for a guy
Legendary.
like that. Legend. And I talk my trash because that's what I do. But, in reality, I know what those guys bring to the table as players. And then I know what he brings to the table as a coach.
You got to shout out Shoe too, man.
I'm getting there,
no fake juice, man. No fake juice down there, man. No fake juice.
I've been texting Shoe for the past week trying to get in this man's head.
No comment. You see it? No comment.
Hey, listen. This is something that's been well calculated though, bro. Like, Shoe is the offensive coordinator for Raw 707. So from January to June, weekend, I'm in the coach's rental. We driving the coach's vehicle. That's all we did was back and forth, Lakeland versus Central. So I've been trying to plant these seeds and get in his head for the better part of the year. And he's impenetrable, man. I know he's gonna have those guys in shape. I saw somebody post, "Shoot, this not OT7. You can run the ball, right?" Because he just airing it out. He a record holder at Marshall.
Now.
And he does. And they have a phenomenal group of receivers. Sekou Smith signed into Mississippi State. Deshaun Montgomery, one of the rivals, top 250, top 247 players in the country. Khalil Sterling, committed to Pittsburgh. Like they are across the board at that receiver position, I would say loaded. So it's going to be a good test. And I think this has state championship and national top 10 implications. Whoever wins this game probably gets in the top 10 at the end of the year.
Yeah. What's your prediction, right? When them boys go out there and they see them goals, they see them bonks. They see them dreads, man. They go down there, they smell the reefer in the air.
It's different in trash.
They start playing that fast music, like you said. They start playing, that fast music. Hey, that shit get different, bro. What's your prediction, man? Give me your prediction, man.
I
Who
posted
you
it
got?
for a reason. Travis Powell is in foreclosure.
But you said,
Travis,
hey, I thought I heard you say you putting your whole life savings on this, your
my whole
401k,
life
all
savings,
that.
everything, a Roth IRA. Listen, down to my life, everything that I have and own will be going on this game. Why? Because I have faith. I have faith. I know what those guys bring to the table. I know what it's going to look like.
So what we saying? You said Lakeland gonna win. Tell me how much? How much they winning by?
I hate to do this. But I think I I think Lakeland get out of there on like a 42-21 type of night.
Whoa, 42-21. Yeah, I mean they got to drop the sticks and Madden. So you saying they finna get blown out? That's what
I,
you saying.
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie,
I really
man. Based off of history, I'm going Dade County, man. I mean, every time Lakeland play the elites of Dade County, it don't favor well, and then they go on the tries. That make it even worse. So I mean, shit. Well, why you like Lakeland by 21 though? Like by 21? Like talk
yeah,
to me.
it's no disrespect to Central. I just think it's a long game. So I think they'll see, minor success in the passing game. I'm not, the biggest fan of their passing game. I know they have phenomenal receivers, but the ball has to get there first. So I'm not, too high on their quarterback. And then I know Lil Ford, Jaden Ford, he'll have success in the backfield. He's one of the probably most shifty guys in the entire country, let alone the state or
Facts.
Miami-Dade itself. But it's a 4-quarter football game, and I don't know. I don't think that success will be sustainable. I don't think it will last throughout the entire game. So I think Central will jump out pretty early. I know Schuler gonna go deep first play. I've been reviewing the film myself. They run a post or a go every single play. Somebody has a post, somebody has a go. And I know if I'm
Heard that,
seeing it,
Keon. Better stay on the back end, Keon. We
they
gambling
got him
back
at
there.
corner. Got him at
Oh,
corner.
Keon that corner. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
So the
we'll
side.
see.
So we got one side blanket, one side locked down there.
Yeah, so it's like, but yeah, so if I'm seeing that, I know Lakeland's defensive coordinators are seeing that. And like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of their quarterback, especially in like quick game or anything underneath. I don't think he can consistently deliver that. And then it's talking about the trenches in the front seven, which is probably arguably the best part of Lakeland's team right now, is their linebacker play and D line. So um, either they'll obliterate, if they completely come out and just dominate the line of scrimmage, Central's winning that football game. If Lakeland can control that line of scrimmage, it's not going to be close because of the simple fact of how many different players get the ball in their hands and how many playmakers they have on defense. And unfortunately, Amari Wallace did get injured, so he's out for the season, which is their top
Ooh, that's
defensive back.
big.
That's
Big.
huge. So, you coming in with that guy, without that guy, Khalil Sterling didn't play last week, was arguably their number one and number two receiver. He was their number one receiver last year. So you talk about that guy possibly out, and then your best defensive back out for sure. It might be tough, but we know they're going to be coached well by Coach Jude. And yeah, 42-21 is probably a little crazy. I'll narrow the gap probably like 42-20.
Yeah. You tripping? I'm gonna
42
go. Hey, I'm gonna go Miami Central. 28-24. I think because I like Lakeland defense, and they gonna be able to run the ball for sure. So I don't like it to be a high scoring game too much, but Miami Central gonna find a way to get in that paint, man. They
Right.
gonna find a way to get in that paint. And Lakeland's offense, I mean, we got to see. We got to see. I don't know. I ain't sold yet. I ain't sold yet. So we definitely gonna have to see how that play out. But we gonna recap it though next week.
Yeah, we
For sure.
got to.
Recap that.
I'm just excited that the game is happening.
And don't call out now after the game.
I will be here.
Hey, I know you done put all your life savings on the line. Hey, you got to show up. Hey, you got to show up. Hey.
We doing it virtual because I might got to go in hiding.
Yeah. Hey, so we're gonna go around the state of Florida, man. Any games you looking at? I mean, I know Tampa on the high right now. They Armwood done smash New Orleans. So they
Yeah,
on a
I'm
little high
excited
right now. So I'm good to
to
see.
see
I'm
them
good to
this
see.
week. I think they got Gaither this week. Gaither or Wharton, one of the two. I can't remember exactly. It's either Gaither or Wharton though. Um, that Armwood has this week. St. Thomas has a big game.
Oh yeah, Broward County Classic this week. Yeah. I think all of them got
Yeah,
big games. Chaminade,
yeah,
American Heritage, all they got big games. But I'm riding with Florida, man. I'm riding with Florida. We're gonna sweep it up. I feel like we're gonna
yeah.
sweep it
They
up this year.
they got Georgia and Cali coming out to Florida, so I'm excited about the South Florida Classic. What is it called? The Broward County Classic.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that. You got Western in that. You got Monarch playing Peachtree Ridge out of Georgia. Like it's a lot of good games going on in South Florida this weekend.
I'm definitely gonna be tuned in on ESPN, man.
Yeah, we
Shout
got to
out
get
Chris
some.
Ewald, man. Shout out Chris Ewald, man. Showtime 2.0. No one
We got to
corner
get
in the state of Florida, man.
we got to get some Polk County teams in that game in those type of events. Like I don't know why it's not like a weekend mashup of Central Florida. You know what I mean? Like it's never anything like that up here.
Yeah, but I mean the Jones. I feel like Jones, Seminole, they had a good little
Orlando
game
does for
this past week.
the world. Why Polk County don't have that? It would like if Lakeland would have just played Bartow on a Saturday night, you know how what the gate would be like on that. Or if
Yeah,
Fort Meade would have played Bartow like they were supposed to on a Saturday night, the entire county is coming. Like
yeah,
I don't know why they don't do that. You do your Lakeland Christian versus Auburndale, you do your Lakeland versus Plant City Steel, you do your Lake Wells versus whoever, and you make it a big weekend. I feel like they're missing a lot of money by not every you see it out of state, you see it South Florida, even you see Orlando a little bit. Why is Polk County not doing that?
yeah. But shout out that boy Coleman, boy out there at Jones, though, man. Boy out there
Another Polk
balling,
County
boy.
quarterback gone.
That boy balling. That boy balling for sure.
You
So man, we
see,
about to wrap it up, man. Shit. Any closing remarks? Any shout outs?
yeah,
Any
man,
shout outs,
just
man?
shout out to Polkway Dylan, shout out to Hassani Harper, shout out to X Mark Spot.
Yes,
I'm looking
sir.
forward to every week and getting back in lab talking and breaking down some stuff. We're gonna have the power rankings coming. The Polkway Top 50 is dropping this week. The top 10 will drop tonight at 9 Eastern. So y'all be on the lookout for it.
Yeah, man. It's been a pleasure though, man. We about to be out. And shout out to Taste One Boy Peanuts. Hey,
Always,
gotta plug in Taste One Boy Peanuts, man.
I usually
Shout
have
out
on my
Lance,
hat.
man.
On my hat, we might have to. Hey, Lance, we need a pack of peanuts or a couple sponsorship dollars over here, man. We gonna go
Yeah,
ahead and
yeah,
get
cause
your
we about to
logo up.
turn up. We about to turn up this year. For sure.
Definitely.
And shout out to X Mark the Spot. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow all the pages, Polkway page, Work Till It Works page, X Mark the Spot training. And y'all make sure y'all tune in. We gonna have this on YouTube, all platforms, Instagram, X, aka Twitter, all that. And it's been a pleasure, man. We out this piece, man. Shout out to Lake Wells too, man. Yeah, be easy.